and welcome to Clash of the Dice. I'm James.
I'm Joshua.
And in this episode we're doing another game of Warhammer Underworlds Nightvault, and in this particular episode I'm going to be the little green sneaky Zarbag's Gits.
And I'm going to be the tall, monstrous, mutanous...
Is that even a word?
I don't know.
He's going to be Chaos.
Yes, I'm going to be Tzeentch.
Tzeentch.
Eyes of the Nine.
Yeah. Chaos is as Chaos does. Let's see how we get on. Okay, so we are set up again. Pretty conventional board layout, simply because it's the easiest one to fit in the frame of the camera, having two lined up along their long edge. I've got objective 2 and objective 4 in my side of the board. Joshua's got 1, 3 and 5. And Joshua has won the initiative for the first round, so he gets first activation.
Okay, I'm going to activate Vortimis, and as an action, if there is no friendly blue horror or brimstone horrors on the battlefield, place a friendly blue horror on any starting hex. There is none, so I'm going to place my blue horror over here.
Okay. And that's an action, is it?
Yeah, that's,
so that's an activation done. Are you playing or passing?
I am going to play, and I'm going to play Sidestep. Choose one friendly fighter and push them 1 hex. So I'm going to push Charik. No, I'm going to push the blue horror onto objective 1.
Okay. I'm going to pass.
I'm going to play Deceitful Step. Choose a friendly fighter that is not adjacent to an enemy fighter and roll a magic dice. On a roll of the lightning bolt, place them on any starting hex, otherwise place them on any objective token. If you cannot, nothing happens. So I'm going to roll magic dice. It's a critical success, so that is not a lightning bolt.
Nope.
So I can choose...
It's not a spell, is it?
No, it's not a spell.
So critical success doesn't
Count as a lightning bolt. So Turosh was the one I was targeting. So I'm going to place Turosh on objective 4. No, I'd say it wouldn't, because it needs to be specific lightning bolt. Are you playing or passing?
I pass.
I'm going to play, and it's a gambit spell. So Vortimis is the only one who can cast it. So, and she gets 2 magic, and he gets 2 magic dice, and I fail.
Well, you needed lightning bolts.
Yeah.
Okay.
1 lightning bolt was all I needed though.
So
You playing or passing?
I'm passing.
And I'm going to pass.
So you finally run out of power cards then?
No, I've still got 2 more.
Right, so my activation. For my activation, I'm going to activate Snurk Sourtongue, and by activating him, he becomes inspired. And we now have fun and games in trying to get him to do his action. So to get him to do his action, we take the scatter template and we put it on his hex thusly. We then roll 4 attack dice, and we work out a line that he's going to take.
He can only move 3 hexes. I think I remember.
So we've got hammer, hammer, hammer,
Sword.
and sword. So I think we're just going to go 3 hammers and we'll move him this way.
Okay.
So he's going to move into the square that he's on.
Hex.
Sorry, the hex that he's on, yeah. So if he would be pushed into an occupied hex, before he is pushed, the fighter in that hex suffers 1 damage, and you push that fighter 1 hex. This push must take the fighter further away from Sourtongue. Right, so pushing 1 hex. Right.
Must take him further away.
Yeah. So it's taking him further away.
Yeah.
And then he moves. Right.
Yeah.
So now there's another hammer pushing him that way. So he takes another damage.
And he's dead.
And he moves. And then he moves another hammer to there.
Okay.
So all in all, that was pretty successful. So I get a glory point for taking out an enemy fighter, yes?
Yep.
Awesome. Right, power cards. I think for now I am going to pass.
I'm going to pass. Now it's
Right.
my turn.
It is indeed your turn.
So, let's just have a look. So, Red Cap and whoever he is.
That is Dibs.
Dibs. Nice name, Dibs. And Red Cap. So, I think I'm going to activate Kacharik and charge. 1, 2, 3. So, do they both roll dodges for...
They do indeed both roll dodges, they both roll 1 die.
Okay. I'm going to go for...
But I get support because I've
Red
got
Hat.
2 characters adjacent.
So I get 2 dice needing hammers. Critical success.
Nope, nothing.
3 damage.
3 damage. That's Dibs gone.
I said Red Cap.
Oh, Red Cap. There's Red Cap gone.
Okay, it's only a point.
Yeah. You playing or passing?
I am passing.
He should have a charge token, shouldn't he?
Yes, he should.
Right. I am passing. So, onto my activation. I am going to activate Sour Tongue again, I think. And he's going to place the scatter token thusly. And there's 2 hammers, so we'll have those. And start moving to there, and then to there, and then either to there or to there, and we don't want that, do we? So I think we'll go for those 3. So he moves there, and then he moves to there, so you get pushed back away, and you take 1 wound, and then he goes to there. By the sounds of your despair, am I guessing you're trying to get hold of objective 4 by any chance?
Not just objective 4, 3 objectives in general.
Oh. And I am going to pass.
I pass. I activate Vortimis. She's going to move 1, 2, 3. No, she's going to move 2 to there. And she's going to use Bolt of Change. I get 2 dice. And I need swirly swirlies.
So is this a charge action technically?
Yep, on your stupid little goblin. No successes!
I guess roll 3 dice, meaning dodges. Critical success. So I can choose to not be pushed back, but there was no point in that because I didn't get pushed back anyway. Which hex is Vortimis on? Okay, are you playing or passing?
Passing.
Right, so I'm going to pass. My activation is going to be, I think I want Bone Cracker. He's going to make a charge. And he's going to go 1, 2, 3 to there, and obviously making a charge at, what's this guy's name? Sangor?
Kacharik.
Kacharik. So he rolls 2 dice, and we want hammers or single supports. We've got 1 of each.
No success.
So he takes 2 damage.
Dead.
No glory point. Are you playing or passing?
Passing.
I am also going to pass. Your final activation for the round.
1 onto objective 5, and Navi is going to use Sorceress Bolt, 2 attack dice, needing cross swords.
Are you using it at the no, Bone Cracker?
1 success.
1 success. Any dodges? Critical success. Good looks survives to fight another day.
That's Bone Cracker.
Bone Cracker, yeah. It's confusing, they look very similar. Although Bone Cracker is cracking a bone, so I suppose that should help identify that.
I pass.
You pass, I pass. I think Gobberlook is going to charge at Vortimis. So 2 dice, needing hammers. Critical success.
Critical success.
Okay, so onto the power stage. I am going to pass.
I pass.
So objectives. Have you scored any objective cards?
No.
I have got Extreme Flank. Score this in an end phase if there is a friendly fighter on an edge hex and another friendly fighter on an edge hex in the opposite edge of the battlefield to the first fighter. So I've got one there or there, and I've got one over here. But yeah, that's worth 2 glory points. That puts me on 4, so now all of my goblins become inspired, except for the squigs. And Redcap, because Redcap's dead. Or knocked out. Right. Discard unwanted objectives. I'm going to discard those 2, I think.
I'm going to discard all of mine.
Okay. Play upgrade cards.
Any one I have, I can't play.
I am going to play Shifting Map on Zarbag. Discard unwanted power cards. I don't think I want that one.
I don't think
Or
I
that
want the
one.
one that I can't play because the unit's dead.
Yep, that's a good one to get rid of. And then draw back up, so we've got 3 objective cards and 5 power cards. Right, roll for initiative for round 2. A critical success.
No critical successes.
Ooh, first activation to me. Right, well, I think we have to start with a charge action from Bonecracker. And he's going to take a bite out of Vortimus. 1 success.
1 critical success.
Okay. I am going to play Sidestep on Dibs. And he gets pushed 1 hex to there.
I'm going to play an upgrade card onto Vortimus. Piercing Bolt.
I am going to pass.
I'm going to play Racking Change. It's a Gambit spell. Which I failed to cast.
I'm going to pass.
I'm going to pass.
Okay, your activation.
Okay, well, I'm going to activate Navia, and I'm going to use Sorceress Bolt and hit Bone Cruncher. Would I get support as Vortimus is there?
Would you? I think so, yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
A success.
A success. And I need dodges, I think. No successes.
Okay, you take 1 damage and Navia becomes inspired.
1 damage on Bonecracker.
Yep.
Okay. Are you playing or passing?
I am passing.
So what's Navia's inspired requirement? What does she have to do? I'm just curious.
This fighter makes a successful attack action with a range of 3 or more.
Okay.
Sorcerer's Bolt has a range of 3.
Yeah, cool.
All of them have the exact same inspiration technique except Charik,
Yeah.
who needs to be adjacent to a spell. Who needs to be adjacent to someone who successfully casts a spell.
Okay. Are you playing or passing?
I am passing.
Yeah, I am passing, I think. So I am going to activate, we'll go for Goblook again. Goblook is going to make an attack on Vortimus. And that's 1 success.
That's 1 success.
Okay. So I can still drive you back, can't I? Because I had a success. So I'm going to drive you back to there. And I am going to play Pit Trap, which is a reaction. Play this after an attack action that drives an enemy fighter back. They suffer 1 damage.
Okay. I pass.
I pass.
Okay. So it's my activation.
Yep.
I think I'm going to activate Fortimus. And she's going to use...
Made mind up, is it a she or a he?
He. It is a he, and I shall try and remember that's a he. That's a he. He is going to use Piercing Bolt. I get 2 magic dice, and I need lightning bolts.
On whom are you casting said lightning bolt?
It's a Piercing Bolt. And I'm casting it on your...
Bonecracker.
Yeah. 1 success.
Nothing.
You take 1 damage.
Okay, so little Bonecracker is now out of action.
Fortimus becomes inspired.
Right. Are you playing or passing?
I am going to pass.
Okay. I am going to I'm going to pass onto my activation, and I'm going to activate Drizgit, I think, who's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4 to there.
Quick question.
Mm-hmm.
Would Navia, inspired, be able to see Zarbag?
No, you draw a line from the middle of this hex to the middle of that hex, and if that line passes through a blocking hex like it does now, then line of sight is blocked and you can't use a ranged attack from that space.
Yeah, that would just about cut through. Okay, that sucks.
So, I am now going to play an upgrade of Great Fortitude onto Drizgit. So that gives him extra wound. Extra health, whichever way around you want to look at it.
Oh, I need to get a...
He's tougher than he was.
I need a glory point because I took out your bone cruncher.
Yep.
I'm going to upgrade Navia Spy. No, I'm not. I'm just going to pass. You passing?
I am passing.
Okay, my activation. I'm going to activate Fortimus, and he, got it right this time, is going to cast Bolt of Change on your Gobluck.
Right, the squig.
Yeah. I failed! I needed swirlies. Dang it.
So that was that an action or a power step?
That was an action.
Right. Are you playing or passing?
I'm going to play a Gambit spell. Now, I got a double lightning bolt this time. Let's see if I can get it again. Yes! If this spell is cast, choose a friendly fighter and remove up to 2 wound tokens from their fighter card.
So that was Vital Surge, folks.
Yep, I use it on Vortimus. She loses her. He loses his wound. There we go.
Vortimus is gender fluid, apparently.
No, he isn't. Okay. Score this immediately if your war plan successfully casts 2 or more spells in this phase. I cast Piercing Bolt and I've just cast Vital Surge.
Yes.
So I get another glory point.
So you're now on 3.
Yes.
I'm on 4.
Yes.
Okay. Right. Over to me. Or
You playing or passing?
I think I'm going to play. No, I'm not. I'm going to play, and I'm going to upgrade Zarbag with Tome of Incantations. So it can only be played on a wizard, and that allows me to change a die to a magic die to a lightning bolt.
Okay.
Yep.
I pass.
You pass and I pass. So my final activation for all around. I think I'm going to charge with Gobluck. Charge token.
I get 1 defense dice.
2 dice needing hammers. 2 successes.
A critical success.
Oh,
I was like, I'm not going to do this.
that sucks.
It's going to be. I'm not going to get critical success. Critical success.
Right.
So, yep, you fail.
I am going to pass.
I'm going to pass.
So your final activation of round 2.
Yep, my final activation is going to be on Vortimis. And I said he is going to use his. Sorry if I'm making this such a big deal. I'm going to make him use Tzeentchian Rune Staff.
Okay.
So I get 2 attack dice. He is within range of 2.
Oh, you're using it on Goblook.
Yep.
Right.
I need hammers.
No successes.
That was stupid.
No successes from you.
Okay. Well, I'm going to play one step ahead. You can only play this card in the final power step of a round, which it is.
Which is now, yeah.
Choose an opponent, you, and name an objective. Objective 4. And then roll an attack dice. On a roll of a hammer or a critical success, that opponent cannot score that objective in the subsequent end phase. It's a critical success.
So I now can't score objective 4.
So yeah, that just adds to our fact that it would specifically need to be a lightning bolt, because it says of a hammer or a critical success.
Yep. Okay, so I'm going to pass.
I'm going to pass.
Right, so score objectives. Well, I can't score objective 4. I can, however, score fired up. Score this in an end phase if at least one surviving friendly fighter is inspired, which is worth 1 glory point. That puts me on 5. That's the only one I've got.
Yeah, you didn't kill any of my units this round, which is an improvement. However, I've not completed any objectives.
Okay. So I'm currently on 5, you're on 3. Alright, discard unwanted objectives. I'm going to get rid of Mad Scurry.
I'm going to get rid of both of mine. War Armour and hold objective 2.
Play any upgrade cards.
I'm going to play on Navia Scroll of Dark Arts. This fighter's Sorcerer's Bolt attack action has +1 range.
I'm not going to play any discard unwanted power cards. I'm going to get rid of the Tome of Diseases.
I have none.
Okay, and draw back up to 3 objective cards and 5 power cards. No successes.
No critical successes.
No halves.
No halves.
1 whole.
1 whole.
Reroll. Critical success.
No critical successes.
Yay, I get first activation.
Which I'm happy about.
Right, so for my first activation I'm going to charge with Drizgit. He is going to go 1, 2, 3, how much can he move? 4. He's going to move, yeah, to there, that'll do. So yeah, I roll 3 dice, needing hammers or half successes. Critical success in half.
A half, so you deal damage to me, how much?
I deal 2 damage to you.
You take out my Navia, come on!
And I get glory point.
Dang it.
So that's a charge on Drizgit.
Right, my power stage.
Power step. I am going to pass.
I'm going to play Determined Effort. +1 dice to the next attack action.
Okay, I pass.
I'm going to pass.
Okay, your activation.
So my activation is going to be on Blue Horror, Magical Flames, 3 range, 1, 2, 3, so I can hit it. And I get 3 dice needing cross swords. Not a single cross sword.
So you're playing or passing?
I am playing Empowered Sorcery on Vortimis, +1 damage to all spell actions.
Okay. I am going to play little +1 dice to the first attack action made by a friendly fighter in the next activation.
I am going to pass.
I am going to play Make Some Noise. Choose up to 2 friendly squigs and push each of them up to 2 hexes. So I'm going to push one of them, because that's the only one I've got left, to there. You playing or passing?
Passing.
I pass.
I pass.
Right, so my activation?
Yep.
Now then, can Dibs act as support to to this squig if he attacks Vortimis? Because he's in range.
No, I think it would have to be an adjacent unit.
Yeah,
So
I think
if
you're probably right.
So if he was to shoot at him, he would get support from
Him, but
yeah,
not the other way around.
but not the other way around. No.
Yeah, I think you're right. So Dibs is going to activate. Is he? That would only do 1 damage though. Bone Cracker, Gobblelook would do 2 damage. Gobblelook is going to attack all by his lonesome. Vortimis. Critical success.
Critical success.
So I can still push you back. But I don't want to.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. I'm not going to point out the fact that you could just push me into a lethal hex.
I want to push you into the lethal hex. Yeah,
Oops, did I just give that away?
you did, yeah. That's very sporting of you, son.
Thought I could add it in a little bit funny.
I am going to pass.
I'm going to pass. That was very funny. Okay. Do any of your units roll shields to defend?
Drizgit.
Drizgit. And that's
Him, yeah.
cool. He's not within range. So I think I'm just going to cast Bolts of Change on your stupid little... In fact, no, I'm going to cast Piercing Bolt on your stupid little squig.
What little squig? What's it ever done to you? So push you into a lethal hex.
And kill most of my units.
Well, it wasn't just him. Squig handler help.
Okay, 2 help. 2 successes.
Yeah. Well, I can only roll 1 success at most.
It's critical success,
Oh, yeah.
which it isn't.
I got 1 success.
So you take 1 damage plus 1 is 2.
So yeah, he's gone.
Yay! I gain a glory point.
So you've taken both of my little squigs out.
Yay! Squigs are mean, horrible things.
Are you playing or passing?
I am going to pass.
I am also going to pass.
Your activation.
I'm going to activate Prog Inspired. How awesome is that name? Prog Inspired, and he's going to move on to Objective 2.
It's the most boring action ever.
And I am now going to...
Dang it.
I'm going to pass.
Cool. I'm going to pass. So my activation is going to be on Vortimis. He is going to move and go. How many dice does Zarbag roll for defense?
Zarbag rolls 2 dice, needing dodgers.
Do any of your guys roll 1 dice on defense?
All of them do, except for... oh no. No, they all roll 2 now.
They all roll 2.
All the ones that are left roll 2, except for Drizgit. Drizgit rolls 1.
All my guys roll 1 except Vortimis, and that's when he's inspired. Okay, I'm just gonna move 1, 2, 2 and charge.
That's a charge action, is it?
Yep, on Zarbag.
You're charging at Zarbag. Zarbag's all
No,
over it.
Drizgit, whatever his name is.
Drizgit.
Okay, I'm sorry, I got the name wrong.
Put charge token on
Yeah, I'm gonna move him.
Vortimis.
So, yep, that's a charge token.
Okay.
And I get 2 dice. No, and I am going to use Bolt Change. Sorry, I'm switching between what attacks I'm going to do. I finally decided I am actually going to use Bolt of Change.
Okay, so you have decided which attack you're going to do on which of my characters.
Yeah.
Yeah. You sure now?
Yeah, Bolt of Change on your
You've
stupid
You've had plenty of opportunities to get this right, so I'm not going to let you change it again.
success! I was like, oh wait, yeah.
1 success.
It's critical success, so you take 2 damage, plus 1 is 3.
Okay, it's a good thing I gave him great fortitude then.
Oh, what? No!
Otherwise that would have taken him out.
No, you've got to be kidding me.
I'm not kidding you.
Oh, that sucks.
Right, so my activation. What do I want to do for my activation?
I don't know. What do you want to do for your activation?
I think for my activation, I want to swap an objective card. Yep, definitely want to swap an objective card.
Okay, my activation?
Yep.
Okay, my final activation. Blue Horror is going to charge.
Oh, hang on, you didn't ask me if I wanted to play anything.
Do you want to play anything?
No.
I'm going to pass
But it's
as well.
nice to be asked.
So yeah, Blue Horror is going to move and charge. 1. And that's all he really needs to move. So I get 3 dice. Needing cross swords.
Are you attacking the brave and noble Drizgit again?
Yes. No!
What? No, you're not attacking with the brave
No,
and noble.
I am attacking him. It's just I got a trash roll.
Oh look, he scores a success on his defence. Right, are you playing or passing?
I'm passing.
I am also passing. Right, end phase?
No objectives.
Yeah, that's what I mean, end phase. You scored no objectives.
I've scored no objectives.
Okay, well I've got hold objective 2.
I think you've won.
Hang on. I've also got hold objective 4.
I think you've won. Wait, quick question. That mean? Okay, no, never mind.
And I've also got my favourite, call that a win. Score this in the 3rd end phase if there are 5 or more surviving friendly fighters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is worth 2.
Dang it. I got 4.
You got 4 glory points.
Here's the proof. 4.
Well, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Not bad for a bunch of little green sneaky gits. Just want to do a very quick piece on the Zarbag's Gits figures. As you'd expect with goblins, grots, whatever you want to call them, they're absolutely full of character. I just love them, and they kind of tell a little story. So here you've got Drizgit, who is the squig herder. He's got, this is actually a branding guide. At first I thought it was some kind of magical stave, but it's a branding guide for branding the squigs, and you can see the smoke that comes off the brand, and it's the Bad Moon Clan brand. And he's got the pot of coals on his back for heating up the branding guide, and over the top of it he's roasting a little mushroom, or grilling a little mushroom. I think that's so full of character. And he's got a little mushroom in his mouth as well, give himself some extra Dutch courage. And that carries on to Gobberlook, and you can see where he's been branded. So they kind of tell a little story. And this guy is great. He's taking a swig of his mushroom juice, but if you look underneath the ball, you can see there's a little, probably a snotling that's been squished by the ball. You just make him out there underneath the ball. And then this guy here, is this Dibs? No, Stick It. Little bugs on the base, scurrying out of a little hole in the ground, out from underneath a rock. And then of course you've got the man himself, Zarbag. He's got a little bug that he's using, glow bug, that he's using as a lantern, and all of his mushrooms and stuff in his pot on his sickle, his glaring little eye. And yeah, I think they're really cool, absolutely full of character. So there we go, a victory for little green sneaky gits everywhere.
Blue Chaos suck, Red Chaos are a lot better.
Yeah, I think you're referring to Khorne versus Tzeentch there.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Khorne being red because he's the blood god, and Tzeentch being blue because I mean 3 of the units in that team are blue.
So you're not a fan of Tzeentch?
No, definitely more of a fan of Khorne.
Right, so you want to try Garrick's Reavers next year?
Yep, if we're doing Chaos v Chaos. You hear it, people. I am using the Blood Reavers.
You want to do Chaos versus Chaos next?
Yep.
Okay.
And if we do it, I'm being Blood Reavers.
Yeah. Confession time, that was game number 2 of Grots versus Tzeentch.
First time I got absolutely hammered.
Yeah, so that's the second time in a row he's lost as Tzeentch against Grots. And the reason you're seeing this video rather than the first video is because when I was editing it, I lost a chunk of footage. So yeah, that was the second game that we played. Now with that, I think that was interesting in as much as we had to create our own decks for that game. So we had to come up with objective decks and we had to come up with power decks. And that's the first time we've done that. And yeah, I think that worked quite well from a Grots perspective. There's a couple of cards I would probably change if I were going to do the game again. If I was going to use that faction again. Anything you change in it? Well, you just simply use a different faction, wouldn't you?
I wouldn't say so much about changing the decks, but I've got a few complaints about the team in general. Sorry about using the term complaints, but yeah.
Gripes. Criticisms.
A lot of the specific objectives and power cards, they're all mostly spells, and gambit spells, and based around those. And one of them is exactly the same as Supremacy. Get 3 or more objectives, and it's worth 2. I'm pretty sure Supremacy is worth 3.
Right. Yeah, but then you could, if you had both of those, if you were fortunate enough to have both of those objective cards in your hand, you'd then score 5 glory points.
And I put both of those into my deck.
Yeah. Well, I think that's part of the problem, isn't it? I mean, it's thematic because the Tzeentch is all about magic. They are the most magical of the Chaos factions.
And they've only got 1 spellcaster in their entire team.
Yeah, that is a bit crazy.
And that's stupid. However, most of the attacks are ranged.
Yeah. Yeah. But again, that's kind of thematic. They sort of stand back and throw lightning bolts at you. Whereas my Grots, if I had to come up with a criticism for the Grots, it's simply that there's so many of them.
Yes, there is!
You're spoilt for choice as to what you activate, and that's the second game in a row where I've predominantly used Drizgit and the 2 Squigs. They are the most powerful, they are the best, they've got the best attacks, and you got 3 archers there, Dibs, Stickit and Redcap. And what's the point in using them to shoot at things unless you can get them all lined up? And in order to get them all lined up so they can volley fire, which there is an upgrade card that allows you to do that, use a volley fire with all 3 of them. But by the time you can move them into position, you may as well send in a couple of Squigs. So, and there's one objective card in there that I'm not entirely sure how it works, because you score it when you make 5 move actions in a preceding turn. Now, obviously you only get 4 activations. Now they've got a scurry ability, and I need to read into that a bit more and work out how it works. So yeah, it's something to do with giving additional move actions, but I don't quite thoroughly understand it, so I'm going to have to look into that and experiment with it and see how it works. So don't ask me any questions about scurry, because I can't answer them right here, right now, but I hope to in the future, because I do love goblins. In any game, I love goblins.
I hate goblins in any game.
So it's something that I want to learn more about and read up on. But in the meantime, thank you for watching. We look forward to doing more games of Warhammer Underworlds.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have now got the Garrick's Reavers, and we've got the not Stormsire, the
Stormcast.
Yeah, the other Stormcasts from Shadespire now painted up, and we look forward to playing some more games with those. Severin
Stormcast, maybe?
Severin Steelheart.
There we go.
I knew I'd get there in the end. Sounds like a Harry Potter character, Severin
He does.
Steelheart. But yeah, we're going to be playing more games of this, so we hope you enjoy it, and we look forward to seeing you again. Well, we can't see you, I'm just rabbiting now. So let's end it there. Please continue to like,
comment,
and subscribe, and until next time, God bless.